About 8 hours ago, I actually streamed today. Isn't that interesting? I streamed today. But I decided that I wanted to spend some time updating the guides, so that way I won't go like an entire season again, letting them get outdated. Once more. Thank God. I want to prevent that from happening. So to give some time for people to arrive first before I start doing the updates, because I think some people might be interested in offering some input during the updating process. I want to play a match of Vel'koz, who I need a little bit more information about with Imperial Mandate. Today, I'm hoping one of two things is going to happen. Either I fall asleep or I update Orianna and maybe Karthus's guides. I think Karthus's build is pretty straightforward, pretty solidified. I don't think I have to change too much. Hello, Silver Star. Welcome to the stream. I want to work on updating my guide soon. Let's give this. Hello, Mesmo. Welcome. I'm just going to play a Vel'koz match to give people some time to roll in, though, before we start updating anything. Hello, Koako. Welcome to the stream. I think I have enough data to update everyone, except for maybe Malzahar. I think I need a few more games. And that's not because, I mean, one, Malzahar's guide is not only the longest of all the guides, but it actually has videos to include as well. And that's a little trickier, because you need videos for the queer, killing the grubs, killing the herald, killing the dragons. So it's a lot more involved compared to the other guide, right? That's like at least another hour of work just in recording and sometimes re-recording, because I don't quite get the take that I'm looking for. I'm a little particular about it. But Orianna's, Vel'koz's, Karthus's, and Kha'zix are all already almost ready to go. All I need to do is update the items on them, and like with any information. I think Karthus's is fine. I think I'm probably correct in thinking that Rylai's isn't mandatory anymore in the same way it used to be, just because there's a lot more damage this season, and so if you don't actively go out of your way to build as much reduction, you're going to get it. Hello, Crossroads, welcome. Yes, Kog'maw's changed quite a bit. I now use what's called the Malig build on Kog'maw, so it's the Maligmaw build. Okay, time to get rid of Lucian. So I can show you Kog'maw's items set afterward. I can show you what the Maligmaw build looks like. No, it's not yet. Just remind me after this match. I probably won't be updating Kog'maw today, but I can show you their item set. The runes are pretty much the same though. No, yeah, the runes and all that is the same, but the Maligmaw build looks a lot different. Am I having too much fun saying that? I might. It reminds me of like when I was saying Jogma back when back in the past when you could build like movement speed and stuff. The Jogma build. Hey, it's the Cog emote. I remember commissioning that back in the day. Oh, I have Blitzcrank. It's nasty. Blitz is so popular on the Korean server. Maybe I should have banned Blitz instead. And it's Callista Blitz too. Like how bushy does a bee's eyebrows are. Do you see how bushy that is? Okay, so I guess I need to mention this again because I think it's hilarious. The way that they translate the bee pun for the Vel'koz skin, right? You know, in English it's pretty easy. You know, get Vel'koz and then the translation is because. It sounds like the word because. That's just really funny. In the Korean server, you can see Vel'koz's name right here. They don't have the V sounds. It's actually a B, so it's Vel'kozu. Well, Vel'kozu, right? Vel'kozu. And so I looked up the skin name, and it looked really similar. It looked almost exactly the same, and I was like, huh? It just says Vel'kozu. It turns out the word for bee in Korean is bul. So Vel'kozu is literally bee codes. By just changing the tiniest little letter on it, one less stroke on the character, you change it from Vel'koz to because, or the equivalent of it. And I think that's really funny. I love that so much. Well done. They must have loved when it turned out that happened to be true. It reminds me of when I had like an English camp for my students. Some of them, just like a small pack of like 7 of them. And during the English camp, we were just, you know, we saw League of Legends came up sometimes, and I was like, I was in the middle of saying something, and I interrupted myself, and I said, "Hey, did you all know Lee Sin's name is a joke?" And they're like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Okay, Lee Sin is blind." Okay, yeah, can't see, blind. So, because he can't see, he must listen. They were like, their minds were blown. They were like, ugh. They thought it was the funniest thing. That Lee Sin's name is just a stupid English joke. I don't think any other league champions have names that are quite so jokey in that same way. But that is because Lee Sin started off as sort of like an April Fool's thing, didn't they? Or like, I guess they were like a real thing, but turned into an April Fool's thing? I don't know, the timeline is a little weird on that. It's not terribly clear to me. Seems safe. You just also now learned that Lee's name is a stupid pun. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I don't know which happened first. Surely, because I know that they made the April Fool's video for and showcased Lee Sin in it. But I think they had actually planned to release Lee Sin as an actual champion when they did that, and then they just like essentially that April Fool's video that initially showcased Lee Sin was sort of like a teaser essentially, but like a jokey teaser. That's gotta have been the case, right? That's a lot of work otherwise for a joke, unless they had their model just laying around for some reason, and that just doesn't happen during game development. You don't just have random, fully animated models laying around unintentionally. Yeah, it was a joke champion spotlight, right? But Lee Sin themselves, I think, was planned always to be released as an actual full-fledged champion. Because otherwise, why did they have that model for Lee Sin? So in essence, although it was a joke of a trailer, it was more of a teaser for an actual champion under the pretense of being a joke. Oh, gotcha. Dead. Did you know that my teammates are a joke? Trundle, what are you doing? Stop trying to hold the wave. Whoa, whoa, a Nelly. that was toxic. Oh. It was something, wasn't it? Honestly, I'm just gonna go back and get mana. It's gonna be pretty hard for me to farm without Lost Chapter. Maybe give Trundle some time to roam or something. Problem is that they can freeze the wave right there, but if Trundle can do something here, make it okay. Oh no, I think Yasuo's gonna die if they go for it. Yeah. Looks like they've kind of already given up on the whole freezing thing. To be fair, it's pretty hard to freeze against Vel'koz. Like, you can grab me right there, but I don't think Kalista can actually catch up, right? The Blitz by themselves did a surprising amount of damage to me there. I thought I would just get grabbed and then I would just kind of shrug it off and walk away, but not. Blitz actually did a lot more damage than I expected. Don't get grabbed, Trundle. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I had but one request for you. Just one. Okay. Anyway. How much longer until Ludens? 585? Okay. Ah, dang it, flashed away. Hold on, I might be able to get the kill. I'm getting out of here. I don't know where where Hecarim is. And I feel like they're going to show up and blast my face apart. Fine. Yeah, Hecarim was good. I might give up a plate just so I can get Ludens. I know I have to give up the plate to do it, but I think it's worth it. I guess it depends if Lee Sin can hold this without dying. Oh, Trundle had teleport. Yeah, it's a Trundle support. That was a really nice kick. There was a lot of strange decisions that were made right there. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Now I can. I had to wait for the grab before I could unlock. Not usually a problem. Most people know a few words inside of English, and although occasionally I wish I could communicate something, nothing I ever have to really say is like super important. I can't just communicate it with me. Like, everyone here knows what the word good means, right? Even my coworkers with the lowest amount of English skills, you know, who I work alongside, know what the word good means. During Champ Select also, you just say thank you. They all know what thank you means. That being said, you have to be careful not to use abbreviations. There's no way any of them know what TY means, for example. Which abbreviations they might know will just entirely depend on what abbreviations have appeared in, like, music, pretty much. So, like, a lot of my students know what ETA is because of the one song by New Jinx. It's either New Jinx or Twice. I forgot which one. Anyway, they know ETA because of that song. Sort of. I mean, I think if you ask them what it stands for, they might not know, and they might not even know exactly the, you know, the meaning, even as an acronym, but anyway. Yeah, they're on their way. Ah, dang it. My ult didn't go through fast enough. I think there was a world where I killed both of them and got away. Yeah, that sucks. My ult went on cooldown and didn't even get a single tick out. Arigato gozaimasu. Domi arigato, Mr. Roboto. That's an old reference. Ah, what the? Minions were totally in range. This is bogus. Why are you gonna hit me with the pillar? Hey. Ah, dang it, I missed. If any one of those hits had landed, they would have died on the spot. But sadly, I missed everything. Like, I could technically still buy this. I don't know why I would, but I could. Ah, that didn't connect like I thought it would. Alright, Horizon Focus is up next. Maybe not Imperial Mandate, although I kind of want to test Imperial Mandate. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm ghosting over, but I think it's too late. Wow, a dragon hasn't been taken at all this game yet. Goodbye. Oh my god, I didn't realize we only had 12 kills on our team compared to their 24. And that Kent apparently had 7 kills and 0 deaths. When did that happen? What the heck? Nom 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 nom. Of course. Okay. Before we leave, let me get rid of that control board. Oh, another control board. I half expected that to interrupt my recall, actually. I seriously thought that was going to interrupt my recall. What a nice place for me to recall so you could see it in high definition. Oh, actually, they might escape. Alas, the wards will be the death of us all. I can only imagine how many of my deaths in all of my matches have been caused by wards. The number of times I have died in order to get control wards is more than one. Let's just say that much. Oh. I wanted to interrupt Kench, but... I mean, I had to try. I had to try. Oh, we're melting this. It's going to be pretty tough to get this tower as long as I'm here. Speaking of, where the heck is Ari? I feel like I haven't seen Ari in a while. I'm just gonna recall and get my item because yeah, that's what I expected to happen. Alright, I have Imperial Mandate. Could get Crypt Boom up next. Oh, interesting. Oh, shoot. I regret nothing. Okay, I'm barely alive, but I can still fight. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. I got you, Lee. I got you. How did that work? Come on, give it a bump. Bump it. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, they left me hanging. I do not know how to tides on that turn so much. Not Cruiser Armadillo. What's the new last name then? Hopefully it's Cruiser Dillo. Yeah, I had a feeling they couldn't really reach me. That was good. Honestly, I think probably Lee Sin's massive kicks here won us a lot of that. I was keeping in mind how far Arya was in keeping distance. Phew, he's so much damage. I was outside of the range. I was outside. I was intentionally keeping Ahri's ult in mind in their distance and how far they could get to me with one dash. And then as soon as they used it, I knew that they couldn't reach me anymore. Why'd you go into the DM? Wait till you hear what my last name is. Oh yeah, the Kog'maw. Yeah, like I was all the way over here. It was always going to be a struggle for Ahri to clear a distance this big without their flash up, which they didn't have. Here, they might have been able to if Lee Sin wasn't in the way. But then as soon as Lee Sin hit him, they were like, no, I'm not getting anywhere near that. And from here, I just kept the safe distance for the rest of the fight. And Dong Fondler, no. Is it like a particular campaign? Oh, I just wanted to see my getaway here again. That was funny. That was a nice hit on Hecarim. That basically sent it back in. I wanted to ult here, but I knew I couldn't really kill Hecarim even if I tried. And then here's where things got awkward because I was just like, I'm gonna go around the corner here. Hey, friend. Run, run like a squiggly little squid. Oh, that was a big +9. Alright, so I see what happened. Ari thought that they could get the kill here on Yasuo. They're like, oh, they're barely alive. I have my charm up. I have my Q up. This should be a pretty easy kill onto Yasuo here. Jumps in. And then Yasuo ults to the other side. Causing that spell to miss. They still have charm available. This is when they go into melee range thinking they can go for the finish, but then they miss the charm because Yasuo jumped to the other side. And at that point, snip, snip, dead, dead, game win. An inconvenience not being able to write. Yeah, somebody's got to keep some extensive recap notes if it's only once a month. Yeah, Vel'koz is the best they've ever been after that new buff with E, and Artillery Champs being just favored in general as one of the winners of this patch. Although I think, you know, I've been seeing people mention mages as the winner. I've been seeing people mention ADCs as the winner, but I haven't seen people talk about, no, not ADCs, mages and tanks. But I feel like people are overlooking just how strong ADCs are right now. Every ADC, maybe not every single one, but actually a lot of them make up the top of the consistency charts right now. Like, right now in Emerald and above on the Korean server, the champions with incredibly high consistency are Misfortune, Lucian, Samira, Jhin, Caitlyn. Right? All of them have really solid win rates across the board at the moment. Interestingly, tanks aren't up here at all. Roaming supports are the ones that are up here. You got Rakan, you got Bard, you got Leona, they're up there. The only AP champ here actually is Fizz, who's an assassin, and therefore not making use of the mage items in quite the same way. And Teemo, but Teemo got nerfed, so you know, do with that information that you want. Hello, Max Doppler. Not math per se, but I did go into practice tool and test things. So on Kog'maw, we have the new Ligma build, which builds Malignant. So if you build Malignant into Sork, into Leandries, into Muramana, and from here, technically the next most damaging item is Luden's, but I like Rylai's a lot because the ability to chain is just so game-winning, right? Such a game-winning build. When you have Rylai's. Luden's and technically Luden's and Shadowflame are the next two best options. So yeah, this is the Kog'Maw build now. It's like slightly less strict than it was the previous season. Previous season, you just like you build this in a very specific, very set order Now you build this, and then maybe you build this instead. 30 minutes into the game, you're allowed to have a variety in your build choice. That's how long it takes before you're allowed to. Yeah. So Cog makes good use out of Malignant, even if they don't, even if a target doesn't stand inside of the burn the entire time. This one? This one? Yeah, it procs every single ult. Every single time Kog'maw ult, it spreads the Malignant ground. Yeah, mana cost is still limiting. If you're lucky enough and you get Ludens, then you have Ludens and you have more mana and you have Malignants all giving you mana. And that's great. It just gives you so much extra mana. It gives so much mana actually that more mana ends up having like 115 extra attack damage it gives you, which is insane. Let me see how much it is actually. Let me get into practice pool. Let me see the exact amount. Because I know it's a lot when you build that much mana on Kog. You just get so much extra attack damage from her mana. Because you have 3 mana items. Swain crying. Does Swain not like Malignant?
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 미니언들이 생성되었습니다. 미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
Okay, so if you get Muramana, and you get Ludens, and you get Malignants, you have 3,000 mana, and Muramana gives you 115 extra attack damage. I believe that's what it says. Oh, that's right. That's 115 extra attack damage. Yeah, I think it's 115. Yeah, because 115. Yeah, because you have the 220, 25, 28 here, and you have 400 AP also. Yeah, Muramana, not Seraphs. The alternative for Seraphs, Muramana is what you build on AP Kog'Maw. You don't build Seraphs. Here's why. This target will have 2,200 HP. And I'll give him, I don't know, 60 MR. Behold. 1, 2, 3. 2,541 damage with 3 ults. Compare and contrast. 1, 2, 3. 2,060 damage. You lose 500 damage if you go Seraphs instead of Muramana. Are you willing to lose 500 damage on 3 ults in order to build Seraphs? I'm not. Yeah, now Seraphs, now let's say Seraphs useless. Seraphs does give you like the extra like shield, it gives you... Actually that's it, you get ability haste and you can't even use ability haste. You can't even use ability haste. But yeah, AP Kog'Maw does so much damage right now, look at that, that was like a 1-2-3 combo right there. And that's 3,500 damage. on a champion that isn't even built for bursting people. Right? You don't build AP Kog'maw to burst people, and this is how much damage you deal. Now, if you give up Shadow Flame and you get Rylai's instead, it is going to burst for quite a bit less. Right? See how much less that is? But of course, the trade-off is that you know, can chain people. And because you have so much ability haste, you can actually ult quite a bit. And it can be kind of hard to land your ults inside of late game fights. It can be kind of difficult if you don't have Rylai's. That's what I was observing when I got to that point in the game. Right now, mages and AP champions are kind of the big winners of the patch, but I think and tanks also. People aren't talking about it, but I like saying that I like saying ADCs are actually surprising winners, specifically high heavy poke engage ADCs like Misfortune, Lucian, Samira, Jhin are all pretty dangerous right now. Okay, but the title of today's stream is updating the guide, so, you know. Let me set this up. It's been a while since I did the display screen. And I have to make sure that I have nothing on my screen that is incriminating me. There. Messenger gone, WeChat gone. Ah, no! No, I'm kidding. There's nothing on there. I am a fairly tame individual. That being said, I think I will. Okay, yeah, so this is what I was talking about when you sort by PBI, which is like pick ban influence, right? Blitzcrank, Misfortune, Lucian, Rakan, Aatrox, Fizz, Samira, Jhin, Teemo, Bard. A lot of ADCs. Blitz continues to be such a high prio pick right now. Look, Blitzcrank has a 64% ban rate on a Korean server, which is the highest ban rate on the entire server, almost twice as much as the Kali, who's only at 35%. It's such a stark difference from the NA server, which is, let's see, who's getting banned a lot on NA right now? Let's find out. Fizz, and Blitzcrank is actually not that far behind, surprisingly. I think if you sort by PBI, it's still, Blitz isn't quite as high. It's Fizz, Misfortune, and there's Singe, like you were mentioning. Singe is up there. Bard, Rakan, a lot of roaming champions are up here. A lot of roaming champions are really consistent. I can choose, like I can, what are you looking for specifically? Like where and which server? Gold? Sure. Gold players are banning Fizz, Briar, Blitzcrank, Morgana, Nocturne, Jack, Master Yi. Okay, so here's Mobifier. Guide hasn't been updated since November. We're going to change that a bit today. So Orianna has not changed very much. Heal column? I don't know what this is. I've never really looked at it. It just doesn't matter to me, so I just haven't checked. I think it's just saying what the best of the best on that champion do. I don't know how support Zig is doing. I've not seen support Zig, I think, ever really. Controversial. Do I leave that diamond there even though technically I haven't been diamond for like a season? Korean support. It feels weird just to have it say support Orianna though. It just doesn't. Just leave it there? You think I have enough credence because I was in Diamond for so long? I get like a little grace period? Surely I get a grace period for it, right? Oh, do I want to use Star Guardian now? Oh, I was using Winter Wonderland for so long. I might switch to Star Guardian. No, Star Guardian has that giraffe neck though, never mind. Giraffe neck Orianna just bothers me. Like, I'm going to ruin it for anybody else also. Look at the neck here. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that neck. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it in despair. Like, it's such a lovely artistic rendition. But just squeeze that neck down. That's all you had to do, man. Anyway. Ori support. I'll keep Orbeon on here. Thanks, I hate it. Well, stop ignoring it. Oh, Arena has a category now. Okay, so I think my rune page on Orianna is still the same, but let's double check it because that's really easy to change it still. And one thing I'm on the fence about is I feel like advocating for the ability to go to Sword Tree on Orianna is disingenuous because I think Summon Area is that bad on Ori support. Like, I tried it, and you give up so much to go for the Resolve Tree. By not going for the Resolve Tree, sorry. You give up so much. Like, all of these other runes in the Resolve Tree just give you so much on Ori that it's hard to encapsulate it, because it's like you get like about as much shielding as Eri does, but at more pivotal moments. Font of Life gives you like extra healing, this gives you extra healing. This adds extra shielding. Like, everything works together to add just so much value inside of the Resolve Tree onto Ori's shield. And so I'm on the fence about leaving this as an option for people to consider on Ori support, because I can't in good conscience feel like I am advocating for it, you know? This is what happened in Korea. Going many ADCs? No, I haven't seen any ADCs going for it yet. If people are doing it, I haven't seen it here yet. Right, put one hot up already. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. I might just leave the runes as is. I mean, if someone wants to explore area, I guess they can. Maybe though, instead of inspiration, I could at the very least put resolve. I think you kind of going biscuits and magical footwear. I think you're kind of giving up a lot to do it. Oh, how do I? Oh, I see. Huh. Okay, there we go. Okay, if I could only pick two of these. I think you could give up Font of Life, that's fine. Getting Revitalized is nice. Was it Second Wind I was getting? Yeah, Second Wind I think is the one that I think I'd suggest Second Wind instead of Font of Life. Font of Life doesn't really heal all that much, and Second Wind lets you have a lot more sustain in lane against some of the tougher matchups. I think the runes are the same. No, I picked two armor runes now. Right, I changed that. I gave up the I mean, I'm going to have to change all of these soon anyway. Ah, dang it! I have to change this or turn it rather. Mana flow, transcendence, ability to haste, armor. Okay, no. Runes updated. I mean, a little bit, not very much. Like, I've been using the Resolve Sorcery for a while. The biggest change is that I no longer go conditioning, and I've been using Second Wind instead. I've really been sleeping on Second Wind, because the matchups that Ori support struggles with are often the more poke-oriented ones, and Second Wind gives you, like, a little bit more survivability in those matchups. You get, like, an extra 100 HP at level 1. That's pretty good for a minor rune. That's pretty good. You know, that's just a little bit of extra poke that really can make the difference that you can survive through. Yeah, and that's something that Ori support struggles with, so it helps them out. Skill order's the same. Okay, items. I have my generic items here. I might change some of these later, but I think I could probably just leave these here for the most part. I think they do what they need to do. Let me look at the Slay item again. I need to look at it one more time. Slay League. Supposed to slay, that's what I was looking for. Karthus? Still experimenting a bit, but you just get boots, ruby crystal, and then you build armor items or magic resist items, or you build some of these scaling items. Rylai's is still really good, but this season damage is so high that I'm having trouble building it early on. Like, after you get one armor or one magic resist, you could probably go for it, but like, it's much harder to justify it if you're getting blown up too fast in fights. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy champion causes you and the nearest and most wounded ally champion to heal for 120 and gain 90 boost speed for 4 seconds. For 4 seconds. Here's the thing, I thought I built it in a match, and it felt like it wasn't activating. Let me test it. Hold on. I built it at one match recently, but it felt like it wasn't activating when enemies were running into the slow field. I don't know why I changed the stun skills while entering into the match. Maybe it's just habit. It's probably a good habit to keep instilled. Wait, shoot, there's no way to actually activate the support item, is it? Actually, I think it's possible if you just throw some pick your own ally nearby.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
I don't know yet. I have to see what the item variation looks like. Because the whole point of adding mythics was making it so that way like item build variation was less constrained, and I'm not certain yet that's actually been fixed. Okay, yeah, this will get in yet first. That being said, all of my builds had I think all of my builds right now this season have more options available to them than they generally ever had. For a long time, a lot of my builds have stayed fairly static with very little change in the way that you build them in any one game. Right? That was true before Mythics, that was true during Mythics. This season, though, it feels a lot different. It feels like there's a lot more variation in how much, like, flexibility you're allowed to have about impacting your predominant role inside of a game. And okay. Okay. I guess it has been activating and I've just not been noticing it, maybe? Maybe it happened so incidentally in a fight I just haven't noticed. But I could swear I made it earlier and I didn't notice it proccing at all. Then again, I suppose I could always just rewind and go to the replay and check for sure. No, I saw Kha'zix. That wasn't a question. Were you asking something more specific? Kha'zix, stop! It's not a question. Oh, I built the wrong one. That's why. This isn't Solstice Sled. I didn't build Solstice Sled. I built this thing, whatever that is. That explains a lot, actually. That explains a lot. I was like, why doesn't it feel like Solstice Sled is activating? Why isn't Solstice Sled activating? Because I built Celestial Opposition instead. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Okay. Whoops. Whoops indeed. One day I'll remember what the item set button is. Okay. Runes, right, runes are set. Yeah, I built the wrong item on accident on Orianna. Whoop. My bad. Ah, shoot, I forgot what this thing is called. I guess if I do gold income here, it'll just show up. Yeah, okay, World Atlas, that's what it was called. Okay, World Atlas done. Technically it's 2 health potions, but I might just leave it. I think somebody can figure out what that means. Okay, there's only 2 options, generic items and situational items. The only thing I'm not totally sure about is whether or not I want to advocate for building redemption first. I still don't know what the first item I want on Orianna is. Like right now I'm kind of leaning toward redemption, but it's kind of a tough item to use correctly. But it's also always useful, right? You're never going to say, why did I build redemption instead of something else, right? It's always good to be able to get some killing down. Compared to like Shirelia's, where if you have it, it's going to feel pretty bad if you don't use it. I think it's just harder for Orianna to use it, at least the active portion of it, because you're ranged and so you're not generally like in the middle of everyone. You can't like kind of lead the way where you have to go. It's probably still less situational than Locket is though. Maybe I just leave it and I just keep testing more. We just kind of go from there. Redemption, Wardstone. I removed Imperial Mandate. I don't like Imperial Mandate on. Or it just doesn't do enough on Ring. Current health bonus and magic damage. So someone has 2000 HP at 24 damage. The chaos of the 8 divines. Hello, welcome Tinker to the stream. No, it's not 24. I'm trolling on math. I used to be a math teacher, I promise. That's 240 damage. I mean, this is decent. But it's current HP. They'd have to be maximized. And after resistances and stuff, and since you have no magic pen, you're probably only dealing like 180 damage once every 9 seconds. Ugh. No. Goodbye, Imperial Mandate. Okay, Freya's here. Locket. Dawn Court. Oh, I forgot what this little cat thing was called. Dream Bubble Maker, I think, or something, right? No. It creates dream bubbles, but it's not called dream bubbles. It's called, Dream Maker, actually. Okay, and then situational. Staff of flowing water. Aurelia. Not Aurelia, Mikhail's. Although I almost never build Mikhail's. It's so difficult for me to use. Actually, along that logic then, I should probably move from, I'm more likely to build Knight's Vow than I am Mikhail's. That's how Layla I use Mikhail's. And Solstice Blade. The problem with Solstice Slay is that the only time the bonus boost, it's both a good and a bad thing. The only time you and your ally are going to get that move speed is when somebody jumps on your ally. It's not exactly temp HP, but it may as well be. Yeah, and it can add a lot of damage really fast. So I'll just say it's useful if you have someone trying to assassinate your buddy. Okay, example finisher build. It would look like Dream Maker, Boots of Lucidity, Redemption, Stone, Troyas, and probably Dawncore. Let's say Dawncore. having Rylai's helps. It's pretty tough. Like at a certain point, you kind of can't land it unless the enemy intentionally messes up. So often your best bet is just hitting people that are already in combat, because if they're in combat, it's really difficult for them to dodge both your ult stuff and also what the enemies are up to. In the meantime, you can just kind of fish for ult hits until you hit someone. And if you have Rylai's, then you can start a chain of stuff too, but that happens later. Oh, I need to change this Twitch symbol to the YouTube symbol, or do I? I mean, the Twitch symbol is deceptive, but really, what it's saying is this is where I stream, and where you go if you want to watch me stream. The problem with having it, because right now on the guide, it on the Orianna build here. Hey, there's me right here. Anyway, there I am on my Twitch stream. But the problem here is that if you click here, it actually goes to the YouTube channel. And that's because if you go to my Twitch channel, it looks like I don't stream, since I don't save any VODs there. I can't save any VODs there. Rylai's is a 2-second slow, not a 1-second slow. 2 seconds. So you can usually start a chain of stuff and just kill someone. And especially a late game, that just can win you the game outright. There's an old video on my Kog'maw guide that shows an example of chaining someone and just winning the game. It's an old video because the guide hasn't been updated in a hot minute, but I mean, it's a stellar example. Oh, what? Are they not? Oh, even the videos are outdated. That's sad. That's a shame. What happened to them? Unless they just don't play. Ah, it's because Giphy Cat ain't working. Yeah. Well, whatever. Point is, you chain people down, you can win the game outright. It doesn't work though. Unlucky. I just visualize chaining somebody to death with Rylai's. If you just hit them with 4 ults in a row, you can just kill a squishy person. Even the most fed person can't survive sometimes, especially if they're an ADC. I remember I've intentionally made all of this text here not need a lot of future proofing. I was never a vegan, so the answer is no, I'm not a vegan, and I was not, and I continue to not be. Yeah, okay, all of this is mostly fine. I just have to make the necessary adjustments. The Guardian is fine. Font of Life is fine. Conditioning is... I'm going to change it. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I had to figure out which one confirmed it, which one denied it. And then I remembered Ani is a no. So icon should be second win. And this one is conditioning. Oh, and I have to update this tech. One of the matchups that Orianna support can struggle with are those that have a lot of poke. Ori's meager poke can't usually compare to more dedicated poke champions. second wind helps mitigate this weakness somewhat, as it can provide 100 plus HP during each between backs, which up better that for. But like conditioning, I found myself not having quite as much power during the laning phase as I wanted. Second wind helps grant nice survivability against matchups already struggles with during laning phase. 3 days ago? I think the patches came out 3 days ago. I believe it's 3 days. Whether or not it's worth it, I think it's up to you. I personally don't find normal games worth it, because it feels like I don't get enough progress, as it were, because there is no progress to be had in norms. I made myself laugh with my own stupid joke. It makes the shield better. Yeah. Revitalize makes the shield better. Yeah. I mean, what do you want? It makes the shield better. That's what you get. Oh, sure. If you like playing it for fun, you don't play it for fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But ranked is fun enough for me, too, so it all kind of works out in the end. I don't, admonish anybody for sticking with norms instead of ranked, because especially if somebody gets stressed really easily, ranked is probably not a fun experience. Okay, and this one should be 2 armors. Oh, they're updating all the minor shards soon, so I'd have to update all the guide stuff here anyway. I think they're changing some of the tanky stats to things like boost speed or something. No, I think that I probably don't get stressed at all. In just the general sense. The most likely reason is just because I think I'm just really adaptable. And so I just easily, never worry because I'm always ready for any situation no matter what. Survivability. Nice survivability for the laning phase. That outweighs a tiny AQ boost. Yeah, because I don't think this is a standard enchanter pack anymore, but haste for shields, armor to live in lane better, survive in lane better, whatever. And then this part right here, alright, I suggested biscuit delivery for a more aggressive style. I mean, this is not a playstyle I would use personally, but I suppose I'll just keep it here anyway. biscuit delivery, and you know, someone's going to be doing this. Sure, build Scorch, you know, live your best life. I personally don't think it's actually that useful, but I've had people say that they really like the style better than just being quite so passive during the laning phase. I can respect that. Then I gotta replace this back. This Squirt. Triple tonic's not worth it. Like, which of the 5 laning positions right now? I'd probably oh wait, hold on. I could probably I don't know if I have a strong preference. I like all of my champions. Like all 7 of my champions, I enjoy playing them. I don't think there's any of them that I think at any moment it fluctuates too. Every now and then I'll be like, wow, I really want to play Vel'koz right now. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know, I'd really like to play tank Karthus right now. It just fluctuates on any day, at any time. And since I have played all 5 lanes, you know what I mean? It's the lane that I prefer at any time also changes constantly. Yeah, I guess that's why I choose magical footwear. That explains a lot. Yeah, okay, now I remember why I did that. That means I can't use Scorch here, this has to just be magical footwear. Yeah, I think if I save that. Still accurate? Yeah, okay, I didn't break anything. Everything's still there. No, I'm pretty ambivalent about which lane I play. The only thing I definitely try to do is I try no, if I cared about like the win rate, the thing is that all of my champions are played about the same amount. Like if you take a look over at here, if you take a look here, all of my champions, it's like 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. And last season it was even also, I think if I go here, it will show it. Yeah, 12, 6, 13, 8, 14, 11, 9, 11, 8, 10, 8, 11, 8, 11, 8, 13. So every champion was played about the same amount of games. Everybody was played approximately the same amount. That's the only thing. I play Malzahar a little more than the others, but otherwise I have pretty equal parity amongst all my champions in terms of games played with them. This should be. I have to change one of these armor. Oh, shield PNG. This is the one I need. And this diamond should be changed to shield PNG too. Yeah, okay, that's the right one. So now if I save and I refresh, then this should be. Yeah, there we go. Haste, armor. My guide's not the prettiest round, but it's very functional and very concise, so I suppose that's good enough for me. Okay, so the guide's almost updated. I don't need to update any of this other stuff. I do have to update the bottom there with the YouTube link here. Let me do that now before I forget. I totally forgot to do that. I'm also going to be devious, and the Twitch link actually goes to the YouTube, but you know, it's necessary evil. Okay, now I just have to update the build order. I can grab this item set here. I think it's that button. Let's find out. Ah, yeah, that was right. Okay. And so it should be. I have never played Nico in my life, I'm pretty sure. outside of my 7 champions, I have almost never played anybody else outside of like getting them in ARAM, and we're not counting ARAM for the purposes of, I guess, that. I've more specifically, I've never played Nico in a Summer Shift game. I've only ever played my 7 champions, and that's it. They're the only ones I'm interested in. Shoot, I forgot what these are called in English. World Atlas, I think, right? World Atlas? And health potion, yep, okay. And then... oh, there's no, I saw the word Trinimir, my heart started palpitating in an aggressive way. Shoot, I forgot how I just separate like sections. Does my Karthus page have separate subsections? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have separate subsections. Okay, does Vel'koz? No, Vel'koz I'm pretty sure is just linear also. Yeah, it's linear. I got like a little sector for APC and I got one for and that's it. No, I did not. Wait, Trinimir. Okay, so this is how I did it. Okay, I can just copy this code from the Kha'zix guide. So back to the Orianna guide. Back here. Okay, and there it is. That's correct right there. So I can grab. Wait, how much space do I need? How many spaces? 2 spaces. Okay. Vel'koz, Karthus, Orianna, Malzahar, Kog'maw, Kha'zix, Jinx. And Jinx top is the missing one. Okay, so if I do this, I think it should be... okay, that looks good. I can remove this line about Chemtech Putrifier because it's not an item that exists anymore. Yeah, Jinx is fun, especially top Jinx. It's a very ability haste focused build. Hello Canadian, welcome to the stream. Okay, so now to put all these, just slap all these items into the guide. So, Ionian Boots of Acidity. Redemption. Jinx build hasn't changed in a while, so it's get Monamune, get Boots of Acidity, and then slap in all these other items and you're good to go. It has received a change this season because I now get this triple tonic, which is the new brew, and it allows you to get 2 points into Q during the laning phase without having to sacrifice your Zapper or Chomper progression. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, whoa. Did I erase something? No. Okay. Back to my guide. Here. Okay, A Vigilant Wardstone, I think is the technical name for it. Yeah, I use Unsealed Spellbook on Jinx. Because top lane is really aggressive and it's the only way you stand a chance at surviving. I tried using Comet because Jinx uses freaking Comet really well. But everything kills you and you try using Comet, so... Dawn Court? What was this one? It was Dream Maker? Is that with a space? Bingo, I got them all. Okay, they're all right there. Great, that's great. And then Ardent Sensor. I hope I'm spelling it right. I was one look dumb. Staff of Flowing Water. Yeah, when I could get Jinx and ARM, it's fantastic. Because you could just build so much ability haste and people can't do anything about it. It was also fun in Arena. Actually, I already want Arena to be back. It was nice to play it every now and then. I wasn't like a constant player of it, but it was nice as a break sometimes. Or like to end off a session of League. Solstice Slay, I think it's called. Solstice Slay. I think I spelled everything correct. Yes. Okay, great. Everything here matches everything here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Now, there is an opportunity here to maybe make this look a little bit better. If I add a space between each of these. First, does that actually work? Does it actually add the space? No, it doesn't even add an actual space. I mean, if I added an invisible dash to everything, then it would work, but I think it would look... Yeah. I think it's possible to do transparent text. Let me try. Because I've done it before. Kind of a silly workaround, but... Yeah, okay, so that worked. There's just little transparent dashes right there. What do y'all think? Does it look better with like that little space right there, or when they're all just kind of like right next to each other? It's slightly more work to have to add dashes in between, but it's not so much, and it's a one-time investment into it. I'm being picky about it, okay? I'm not sure if I'll play another game. I'm focusing on updating my guides today, since I've been procrastinating on that for a really, really long time. And with the new season here, this is my chance to update them. Link the spaces? It's more work though. It's not even that much work. I had to add the spaces. I just have to remember to do it. And if I ever forget, I'm going to be annoyed at myself. Oh, this is important because every guide I make is going to be influenced by whether or not I add the spaces in right now. Because if I add these spaces, I have to do it for every single item set and every single guide going on from here on forever. Oh, you can hover in Mobile Fire. You can hover over. Dong core. No, not dong core. Okay, it'll be easier to compare them against each other if I just flip back and forth. They are at the top of the guide. I'll Mobile Fire if they're at the top. Surely an addiction begins when doing the thing, whatever the thing is, it starts interfering with life in some significant way. I'm just thinking. Especially if I squint my eyes at it. If it seems fine either way, which it seems like it probably is the case, I probably just won't add the spaces because it adds more work. And the more work I add to maintaining these guys, the less likely I am to actually keep maintaining them. So perhaps it's for the best that I just leave it off. Like if the difference is negligible, then, you know, forget it. I'd like to continue keeping them maintained from now on. The story behind that's pretty funny. Actually, it's whoop. Stomp. When I was originally playing StarCraft back in the day, when I was a kid, I needed to make a username, and so I just picked something I thought was cool. So I was like, oh, I'll pick a tortoise. You know, back in the day, every username was available, so I picked tortoise. Except I forgot I was young and dumb, so I forgot how to spell the word tortoise, and I lost my account. So I was like, okay, what's something easier? What about water dragon? And that worked. But the problem was that going forward, water dragon was really, really common as a name, and so it was always taken. So I was like, oh, I'm Spanish, so I'll go ahead and Do Spanish. We'll do Aqua Dragon because aqua means water in Spanish. It doesn't mean water in Spanish. That's I was young and stupid. So Aqua Dragon it remained for the rest of my days. And while Aqua has in some ways stuck around in different usernames, the dragon part has remained occasionally. Now I'm not young. Okay, I think I can hit publish on this. I think it's done. Yeah, my family is from Guatemala and El Salvador. I haven't gotten Japanese in a while. That's new. Great. So now, if I go to not featured guide. But let's say I wanted to look up Orianna stuff. Ah, there it is. Diamonds for Orianna. Updated January 14th, 2024. Hey, who's this person doing an Orianna support guide? Who are you? Who are you, lonely gamer X? I will be the judge. Hey, who are you? Rank 1 Orianna support. Who you is? Who you is? I will be the judge of that. I can't really speak Spanish. I can understand Spanish. Yeah, Banshees. Misonias. There's no text in this guide. This is a guide. This isn't a guide at all. Oh wait, you lonely gamer X. Oh, you have a little bit more information. Demonic Embrace, Frozen Heart. I appreciate your contributions, but I think I will, I'll try to keep my Orianna support guide updated from now on. Yeah, I can understand Spanish pretty well. Speaking it is very difficult for me because I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I grew up speaking English. So I would just speak English to my family and they would speak Spanish to me. Yeah, honestly, being able to just understand it is plenty. I'm of the opinion that generally being able to speak a second language is pretty overrated unless, like, you're really fluent in it. If you're not really fluent in it, to the point where you can hold basic conversations, then it's not that useful. I say as I'm actively learning Korean. I should take my own advice. Okay, who's next? Alright, I took tech here from this Kha'zix guide. I'll probably just update one more guide. I don't want to tire myself out too much with it. Oh yeah, Lord Cherish Chat, they made this, no, it was Kokiryo. They made this, this cute, drawing of Jinx and Purple Hammer. I remember that back in the day. I'll keep this image in the guide somehow. I think it's really funny. Let me keep it. Oh, it's 2 AM right now, and I'm updating guides, so I think that, I think in terms of how life is going, that about covers it. Okay, let's, grab this. Is this a Karthus guide? No. Okay, before anything, I'm gonna do that before I forget on Karthus. So that I'll forget to update these links. It's going pretty well. I've been working on a game to yeah, I've been working on this. It's not finished. The prototype hasn't been updated for like a month, but that's because I've been working on a lot of stuff to make it better.
주문하고 있었어요. 금요일.
I don't know what that is.
밀다.
As I get it right. Miyata? I don't know what that is.
로봇.
Oh, I wonder what robot is. Robots.
가졌어요. 쉬운. 마음.
That's 1,000. Isn't it?
마음.
No.
대학. 올리고 있어요.
Yeah. So, I've been using that to help practice. It's not done yet, though. There's still a lot more work done, but I've been coding for the past bit of time. Well, that's because it's an older version. New version doesn't do that right now. But the new version here inside of Godot is actually kind of broken at the moment. Because I just recently updated the list of Korean words, and I haven't updated the logic in the code to handle that. Yeah, I think it just throws an error right now if I try to run the code because I haven't updated it to handle a recent update I did to it. Yeah, it throws an error. Division by 0 in operator. I know why it's happening. I know how to fix it. This code's already 765 lines wrong. I teach middle schoolers inside of Korea, yeah. My job here, I teach middle schoolers. But this program isn't for them, this program's for me. Hey, don't post. See, so okay, that part's fine on Karthus. Items will get there. Abilities, I think, are the same, right? You skip Wall of Pain until level 7, that's fine. I don't think I changed these runes on Karthus. But let me double check. The wormholes you've been experiencing, that's me. Sorry. Okay, these are all fine. I can just leave those. Abilities are fine. Items are what got updated. Unlike Orianna, I only have to update one of these. That's fine, that's fine. And there's only 3 categories: armor, magic resist, and scaling. Unending Despair, I think it's called. Yeah. I keep accidentally, yeah, Unending Despair, and... What's the value on Knight's Vow now? 45 armor and 300 health for 2200? Is that worth it? Or can I just safely take it off the build? For 2800, you get like 700 health. I think the value is always going to be there. Yeah, it's pretty comparable to all the other options. Like, pound for pound, I think it's just as tanky as Stormail is. I could consider Ronduins, but I feel like I've never really been impressed when I built the Ronduins on Karthus. Like, crits dealing 30% less damage just doesn't feel like it mitigates enough when there's only one person on the enemy team who might be building crit. I think it might be more useful for melee tanks that literally just like, you know, find that person to just hone in on them. But it's pretty hard for you to do that. You're usually in the middle of like a whole bunch of people trying your best to survive. I actually don't know who builds Ronduins. Even when I think about other tanks, I feel like I don't see Ronduins being built. So it might not be me that's wrong. I was hoping that I would get more info on Ronduins by clicking on Rollbit, but it doesn't look like it does that. What? Rookern? What even is a Rookern? Is that a real word? No, Rookern is certainly not a word. In development, this item was formerly referred to as Magic Rock. Magic Rock. That's awesome. I almost took Abyssal Mask off the build. Yeah. They're what do they call them? Sea monkeys? Pretty funny. There's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to them. Oh, what are you building? I'm building some of these names they gave things is like super extra this season. I'm building Kha'zix's Realm Spike. What are you building? Magic Rock. I got my Voltaic Cyclo Sword. Your Magic Rock stands no chance against me. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's all good. Okay, an example finish build, Thornmail, probably move that. Panic Rookern, Swift Shoes. I don't have to put Riley's in the final build anymore. Why I won't? Because it's not mandatory. If I had to pick something else, I think Unending Despair would be a good choice here. Okay, this part's been updated. I updated this guide previously, so all the information here should still be accurate. I think the rune should still be accurate too. I don't think I changed the scorch. Oh yeah, and I have this huge disclaimer about like why I don't use any of the other choices. Oh yeah, we tried tons of different things besides conditioning and overgrowth, and it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. Conditioning is just so good. You have to give up so much to get rid of it. It's just a lot of value. Like, even if conditioning, all it does is give you like 15 extra armor and 15 extra magic resist, I think that's like almost 1,000 gold value. I'm pretty sure oil conditioning is over 1,000 gold of value by itself as a minor rune. And then overgrowth, it's a lot as well. I think as long as I update this item set here on 10 Karthus, then we're good. Oh shoot! There's the word mythic is mentioned in here. Let me check if the Orianna guide has the word mythic in it, because if the Ori guide has the word mythic, I have to get rid of it. Okay, no, Orianna's guide doesn't have the word mythic. Hello, Antonius. Welcome to the stream. I'm just updating my guide right now. I think I might update one guide, then play one match, and then that'll be the end of the stream. Let me find the word mythic and anywhere that it's in. I have to throw it. Is that the only time I mention mythic? Nice! That's the only time I mention the word mythic. That's awesome. I love future-proofing my guides. That was one of the best decisions I ever made. This is only the second one. I just finished updating the Orianna guide. Great. Yeah, okay, that's done. So I need this to... Why does Tear of the Goddess have space right there for health potions? Weird. Okay, and then Ruby Crystal and Boots. Okay, that's fine. And then this is the part where I kept the Orianna guide updated because I need this part. I have only one space before the word generic. I think it's supposed to be 2. It actually might just be 1. Let me see. No, it is 1. It's intentionally 1. So I can copy this and bring it here. And then I can change this one to say armor. This one to say magic resistance. And then add one more section underneath there that says healing. And then the rest of this. I mentioned that you don't upgrade Archangels if you have no other choice. And then keep the rest right there. Kind of. There's one very significant change to the route, and that's I start red buff now if I'm on the bottom left side. Historically, you'd always start from blue on Malzahar, right? You would always start blue. The problem is that if you start blue when you're on the bottom left, you concede grub control. Like, you cannot contest it anymore. They will get the Scuttle Crab. Once they have the Scuttle Crab, you can't get the Scuttle Crab. And they have vision of that area, and you can't get it. And it only takes them 25 seconds to kill the grubs. So you concede the grubs outright by starting blue buff. Yeah. So just like any other jungler. In the past, I would just, bite the bullet because I wanted a dragon. But you can't do that anymore. I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping you from technically just starting blue, conceding grubs, and just going for dragon. But I think grubs are really good. Like, they're very, very well worth putting down pressure for and constantly buying for. And Malzahar's range makes them really well suited to harassing people that try to go for the grub. On Malzahar, yeah, still Rylai's Rush. The build on Malz hasn't changed very much. Yeah, you still rush Rylai's, and then you got a bunch of items over here. You don't have Night Harvester, which makes this build set even more focused on like utility options than it was previously. I mean, it was already pretty heavily utility, but now it's even more utility. You know, you got literally you have Redemption, Locket, and Shirelius right now. But if you want to go some more offense, then you know, getting what do you call it is so really useful. Imperial Mandate. Chaotic Return. Yeah, you are basically a jungle support who's also really good at taking objectives. Unfortunately I've noticed that like people who like playing Malzahar at mid, when I tell them this is how Malzahar Jungle plays, they're like, oh. Because it's not what they expected, right? They expected to have that same sort of deleting the enemies and burning them to death thing that you normally have at mid lane. And then they go, oh, can I just do that instead? And I mean, you could, but it won't be very good, but you can. You can try, you can prove me wrong, you know? I'd like to be wrong. I hope I spelled that right. Daksha. Protein. And let's see if I did it right. And no, I didn't put Jock to Protein and Thornmail. Oh, is Thornmail 2 words? Is that what? Oh no, I put Thorn Mail. Well, wait, is it not Endless Despair? Is that not the name? Yeah, is it not Endless Despair? I thought the name of the item was Endless Despair. Oh, Unending Despair. Silly me. How could I have accidentally messed up Unending versus Endless? Surely one of the biggest blunders I've made in recent time. Oh, I forgot the apostrophe on Jaco. I think that's probably why it wasn't. I got the protein part right. After all, the protein is very important. Okay, there we go. Now it's big. Doesn't that look lovely? Doesn't that look nice? Look at that. It's like 444. I think it. This text here is a bit long and ugly. No, Scorch wasn't buffed this season. Try to build. Build items based on the most immediate threat. That's where I probably just keep it that. Build sport. After one complete item. After a complete item. You can build Rylai's if you feel quite pinky. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. That looks nicer. Okay, and then over here, I think I can keep all these. I think these are all in the game. No, Even Shroud was removed. Even Shroud doesn't exist anymore. So I can remove that from here. I think all these letters are still here. Oh, and the other one, there's that new magic item that I have to add to here also. What's it called? Hollow something. Hollow Radiant? Yeah, Hollow Radiant. I wish I could justify building it. I actually like that item. Alas. The problem with Hollow Radiant is that if you build it, you can never actually be in range to use it. It's so sad. Thankfully, I don't go into depth on every single one of these items that is listed here, right? Oh, I can remove Rylai's. Why is Rylai's there? Hold on. Rylai's is should be with the abandoned crew. Is Ronduin's on there? No, it's not. Let me add it back. Because the sad thing is, right? The sad thing is, like, you see this list of 10 different sort of tanky items right here. And, you know, the answer to all of them is exactly the same. Someone goes, oh, why don't you build a Sunfire on Karthus? Because I tried it and it didn't work. Why don't you build Warmogs? Because I tried it and it didn't work. Why don't you build Deadmans? Because I tried it and it didn't work. Scorch is 10 to 50, I think? I'm pretty sure it's 10 to 50. I might be wrong. Oh, there's an orphan right here. I'm gonna fix that. Like that. Oh, well, maybe that's because I'm zoomed in. No, it's not because I'm zoomed in. I have to remove a word. I'll probably give any of these options going. I think if I remove the word but, it all kind of works out. Let me see. Nah. I'd. Let me see Scorch. Hop in it. Scorch is 20 to 40, actually. Scorch is 20 to 40, not 10 to 50. So we are both wrong. And the wrong. But when you even out our wrongness, we become right again. So that's nice. Mirror Visage exists, right? I don't think anybody would ever realistically ask me why I don't build Spirit Visage on Tank Karthus. Is there any armor item where somebody would probably ask me like, hey, why don't you build that? Knock at me? No, nobody would actually ask me why I don't use law. Yeah. Be weird. I think these are all fine. Okay. I think the Karthus guide is ready then. I think I could just publish it. The nice thing is I didn't... Oh, there's that random URL at the bottom right there. Because it hasn't been that long since I updated this guide, it's mostly intact. Like, there's very little that I needed to update, because all the previous inconsistencies I already went over in the past. What does it look like when someone clicks on here? They're like, ah, you tricked me. You tricky little cheater. I thought I was going to Twitch, but I'm actually going to YouTube. Well, yeah, that's because if you actually go to Twitch, it makes it look like that I'm not actually streaming on there, which isn't true. Besides, it shows that I have my Twitch stream up here, so anyone who's dedicated enough can always use it. I think that's it. I don't see anything else on the Karthus guide that really needs any specific updates. This all looks accurate to what I currently have. Cool. Alright. Later, we'll try getting Vel'koz and Kha'zix updated, because those two were also updated fairly recently. Vel'koz hasn't changed too much, so I think it should update pretty easily. Kha'zix is a little... Actually, Kha'zix is pretty similar too. Jinx is going to take a little more work to update. There's a lot of outdated information in that. AP Cog is... It's the Ligma build. You go for Malignance here. Then Sword. Then the Andres. Then Romana. And so on. After 3 items? My personal suggestion is go to Rylai's. Technically the most damaging order though is Ludens into Shadowflame. Or, you know, Morello if, for whatever reason, they're eating a Morello. Haunting guys is useless. This was... Really? To be fair, a lot of what it does is just reducing magic resistance, and that's not actually taken into account. Like, as long as someone stands on the field, everything does more damage. But I can show you the testing here. Oh, let me take off this voice cap. It's nice having 2 guides fully updated now. I feel productive. sorry, 1 second.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
I keep trying to give Risu money and they refuse. Risu's made so many of my emotes.
미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
They're just such a good human being. And so like they just made the emotes for me. And you know, I was like, let me give you money, and they're like, no. Like, how dare you? What's wrong with you?
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
Yeah, what a selfish jerk. Risu's great. If I was only allowed to pack one person inside of my suitcase and go to London, I'd pick Risu. I mean, they live in London, so, you know. Anyway. Malignance. Let me show you, what the data shows. So I did my testing with like just 1-2 shots. Just be like 1, and then hit him again. If you get 2 nice shots on him, yeah, this dummy is standing in it, but that's still 667 damage. Malignance in this case did 353 damage onto this dummy. And nothing else really comes close to that, right? Like nothing is even remotely close. If you go Leandri's first. $422. Right? Even if you go for Luden's first instead. 441. So nothing's even remotely like in the same ballpark as Malignance. Even if something only just barely stands inside of the ore for like a little bit. Sure, but even if you only burn them for like a second, like even if they're literally just running the entire time, like it still burns. Plus if you do this, then they're forced to stand in the ore for a little bit. No English version? Like, are you asking why everything's in Korean? I can switch the language to English, I just don't, because I think it's really funny that everything's in Korean and I can't understand what it all says. And also because I'm in Korea, and you know, I feel like there will be people who enter the stream, see things are in English, and they're like, ah, you're not actually in Korean. Then you're not actually in Korea. You tricked me. You're not in Korea. You're in some English country, and I'm like, no, I just switched the language to Korea, English, and I'd have to have the whole conversation over and over, and I'd rather just be confused. Anyway, yeah, even if they just barely get grazed by the burn, it still does more damage than basically every other option. Like, even more than Luden's, right? Like, that was a 6 stack of Luden's right there. And it's still not really competing with what Malignance does. I gotta admit, I don't really learn Korean by playing League with Korean on. I'll be honest. That's because I'm not studying the words, and it's not necessary to play on the server by knowing the words. Like you don't need to know any of these words to play. I guess I know one word. I know Jongmyeol is flash. No, I'm wrong. Jongmyeol, and not Jongmyeol. Jongmyeol. I don't know any of the other ones. I just haven't studied it. They're not words I'm focused on today. No, not like this. Malignance. 329. Versus Luden's. 186. Yeah, but take a look. Okay, just take a look at this. That's 186, right? If I just hit them with one ult, boom, they like literally they were in there for like half a second, and the burn already made it 186, which is as much as Luden's had, right? On top of that, that applies to every single ult that you land. So yeah, it's the damage number here is probably over representing it, but it's still more than Luden's would do. And Luden's is the closest comparison that you have here, because it's the only one that gives you 600 mana, right? Like, what else are you gonna get? Archangels? Mm-hmm. Now, Luden's does do more in the general case, like 289 versus whatever this is about to be. 234. Right? In the general case, Luden's is going to do more. But even if a target just barely stands in that flame, boom, that does more than Luden's right there. The instant I snap my fingers right there is when it does more than Luden's at full stacks. Done. More damage than Luden's. That's how long they have to stand in it. If you can't hit R, I'm sorry, but AP Kog'maw is... I hear Ziggs is available. Anyway, speaking of, I'll play one game. If you'd like, I could play an AP Kog'maw game and show the Malik Maul build before I probably head off for the night. Ah, okay. Then maybe I'll just play Jinx. Let's get some Jinx gameplay going. I do need to test the triple tonic thing a little bit anyway. The triple tonic is fantastic for Jinx. It's so good. Yeah, let's check out Cog. I'm going to link that the Orianna guide's up and running before I forget. There, I've posted it in the Discord. Wow. Hello, support. They buy a lot more control words. So many more control words. So annoying. Anyways, we'll probably end with three. Like, it's not that weird to play a game and the enemies have bought literally like 23 control words. That's normal. Like, I look across their entire team for them to have bought 23 control words. Hello Evelyn, I would like to trade with you if you would like to pick later. Hello support, I would like to trade with you if you would like to pick later. I'm trying to give you the chance to counter pick. How did this happen? How did I go from being at near the top of the pick order, so that way my team could counterpick whatever the enemies are picking, to suddenly being all the way at the very bottom at 5th pick? I was trying to be nice, and instead I have been spurned at every turn. I just wanted to be helpful.
신나게 놀아볼까?
These mints help stop my coughing, it's great.
미쳤다고? 내가? 어머, 아직 누굴 안 만나보셨네.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
English letter case? You mean like typing in English? I do every now and then when I want to say just like one thing at a time.
생까지 30초 남았습니다.
Because people here do know like the occasional English word. Like if I type mid, they'll know I mean middle. Like they'll figure it out through context clues. So what is it? Q E Q W then? That'd make the most sense. Q E Q W. Because then I could get 2 points into the Q early. So I basically just forego Zap entirely for 4 levels, which is fine. It's not that useful, really.
모두 계획된 거야. 방금 전에 말이야.
Yeah, nobody really reacts to it, or if they do, I don't know what they're saying.
별로 없어.
It's always funny when I don't have no clue what they're saying.
그래, 내가 징크스다. 왜? 기분 나빠?
Boss.
처치했습니다. 저 더블킬.
뭐라고? 안 들려. 듣고 싶지도 않고.
Okay, and then you get Chompers.
그렇게 왜 필요해?
아군이 당했습니다.
그래, 나 미쳤어. 의사는 그러더라고.
Okay, and then the second point in the queue. Nice, I have 30 more range. I'm gonna have to get used to having the extra range. Ooh, and extra attack speed too. Like it's hard to verbalize, but like the extra attack speed, you can notice it. Like it's It's only one extra level in Q, but you really notice that extra attack speed. It's so useful. Yeah, get out of here.
좀 죽어주셔야겠어.
Ah, sad. I'm just gonna assume it's a lost cause and it got away. I have to figure out when to use this elixir. When's a good time? I mean, 5 extra true damage on hits kind of nifty. Is this a moat? I just noticed it's a fairy in a jar, basically. Okay, I didn't know what it was called. Did Grace teleport?
처치했습니다.
They did, right? No, they didn't. Interesting.
일부러 그랬는데.
Oh, I see.
아군이 당했습니다. 적을 학살 중입니다.
누구 독주할
적을 처치했습니다.
Yeah, that's probably as much as I can get done.
아군이 당했습니다.
Oh, it's so good to have 30 extra attack range. Oh, my next elixir is ready. So, as far as I can tell, the best way to use this elixir on Jinx is like right when I'm about to ult someone. That's when I just go and use it. Or if I'm in a pinch and like fighting someone, then I guess it's good there too. Because it gives them, I think 8 attack damage? 20 adaptive force, which I think is 8 attack damage for 1 minute. Oh man, I forgot about Dematerializer. That's a deep cut.
일부러 그런 건 아니라고. 가만히 좀 있어봐. 총좀 쏘게.
Great. You'd have to choose something to get rid of the first sport. There's nothing unfortunate that I am willing to give up in order to have sport.
진정해. 그래봤자 죽기밖에 더 하겠어.
Because everything's an opportunity cost.
제압되었습니다.
Oh, it's silent.
몰라. 그냥 총이나 쏘자고.
Oh, silence is the jungle? Yeah, silence is the jungle. I hope they never remove Kryptonic. I love it so much. On Jinx.
제압되었습니다. 아군이 당했습니다.
나를 신경 좀 써주려고 하는데 그게 잘 안 되네.
God.
적을 처치했습니다.
Let's leave. Let's leave. Oh, I almost got Marijuana. Maybe I should have stayed to get it.
내가? 아직
No,
누굴
too late.
안 만나보셨네. 싹 날려버리는데 생각 따윈 필요 없어.
A just counts as a normal auto attack, sadly. It used to count for tier, but then one day they changed it.
아군이 당했습니다.
모두 계획된 거야. 퍼즐 전에 말이야.
I wonder if I can two-shot this wave now. Ah, not quite. I can almost two-shot it, but not exactly.
내 벨트 정말 많이.
Oh, really? Wait, why? It's not like I could have done anything to save them against Silas. Oh, didn't hit.
그래, 내가
적을
지금이다.
처치했습니다.
왜? 나빠?
적을 처치했습니다.
뭐라고? 아니야. 듣고 싶지도 않고.
Cool. Got my Chomper level now. I mean, go for it, man. I'm just gonna chill out here. That's cool with you. Ooh, good hit.
아군이 당했습니다.
그래, 나 미쳤어. 의사도 그러더라고. 바위는 바보. 주먹밖에 몰라.
Oh, they have Voltaic Psycho Sword.
적을 처치했습니다. 제압되었습니다.
놀아볼까? 맞지?
This is a really interactive laning phase. I think Graves is having a lot of fun.
공을 받아라.
제압되었습니다.
Yeah, but then they might have teleport. I'm worried about their teleport. That's the reason I didn't stay. If they teleported back, they could have, and I stayed to push the wave. They could have returned and gotten plate, or I'd be down mana in exchange. So it was a lose-lose situation if they had teleport.
깜짝 놀랄 준비 있겠지?
Oh, nice. I can hit all three grips from here. Oh.
제압되었습니다.
농담이야. 그래봤자 소용없어.
I'm gonna try helping with my ult again. I think Graves teleported there.
처치했습니다.
비밀이 한
학살 중입니다.
Oh, I got an assist. Yay. No, they didn't teleport. They just went for help. I have to.
가만히 있어봐. 좀 해. 오긴 뭐해?
Oh, dang. Dead before I could even get away. I was hoping it would get hit by a chomper and then I could escape. Oh, I don't have teleport available. I exhausted them and they still killed me through it.
바이올린 가방에 뭐가 들었게?
Oh, I think I missed.
바이올린이다.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
내가 깼던 타워건 같은 게 있으면
Whew. Instantly killed. What's sad is that I had a feeling that they were there. I just didn't think that they would willingly concede the dragon to do that. But I clearly underestimated them.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
일부러 그런 건 아니라고.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
진정해.
포탑을 파괴했습니다.
밖에 더 하겠어?
아군이 당했습니다.
몰라. 그냥 총이나 쏘자고.
Silas bursts a lot harder than I'm used to right now. Nice. Oh, good dodge.
미쳐 날뛰고 있습니다.
Baited them into that. Yeah, me and Misfortune comboed that too.
내가 아직 누굴 안 만나보셨네.
I think I could just take this tower down. No, I can't. In fact, I might already be dead. Yeah, as soon as Silas reached me, it was game over. I couldn't escape. Could build a third ruby crystal for now. Yeah, maybe not a bad idea. I'll get a third, just so that way I have a lot more survivability. Then I'll build Spear Shojin into Cleaver. I need to watch out for Silas. They're really squishy with this build, but they also, like, instantly kill me. I have to treat them like an assassin. Right now I'm treating them like Silas.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
내가 징크스다. 왜? 아파?
Great, so annoying. Squitting.
뭐라고? 안 들려. 듣고 싶지도 않고.
You don't like Baron Arm? Ah, that's...
그런 게 왜 필요해?
Yeah, it's really nice. I don't have to compete for it anymore.
아군이 당했습니다.
You don't want to devour the gods together?
좀 음악밖에 몰라.
Ah, they all got away.
종알 받아라.
적을 처치했습니다.
Oh, nice. Good job, Evelyn.
총을 바꿀 때가 된 것 같은데. 총.
Do I want anything? I might just get smite.
가만히 있어봐. 생각 좀 해. 보긴 뭐해.
Yeah, Grace is keeping me on split push duty.
적을 처치했습니다.
Oh! Gotta admit, that kind of jump scared me.
가방엔 뭐가 들었게?
제압되었습니다. 적이 학살 중입니다. 적 더블킬. 아군이 당했습니다.
Oh, my team lost whatever happened over there.
파워건 어떻게 있으면 좋을까? 맞짱 마라. 일부러 그런 건 아니라고.
Ah, I missed. Oh, Nautilus.
진정해. 그래봤자 죽기밖에 더 하겠어.
Grace and I refuse to give up ground. Nice. I think they got it.
도저히 막을 수 없어. 적이 학살 중입니다.
뭐 할 차례였더라? 아, 괜찮을 차례였지.
Yeah, I think I just have to concede this.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
나름 신경 좀 써주려고 하는데 그게 잘 안
포탑을
되네.
파괴했습니다. 적이 전장을 지배하고 있습니다.
멋진 대사
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
미쳤다고? 내가? 어머, 아직 누굴 안 만나보셨네.
Oh, nice. Booba. Sure. Actually, I kind of regret that exhaust already. Oh, there we go. Oh, huge.
억제기가 파괴되었습니다. 적을 처치했습니다.
Zed's just pushing.
모두 계획된 거야. 방금 전에 말이야.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
I know, I should have figured something like that was going to happen.
적 더블킬.
Can fit into a mint. Ah, we almost killed them too. They were on the verge of death. Actually, I think if I had anticipated Silas doing something like that, I could have prepared and killed them with my ult.
적이 학살 중입니다.
Maybe a kill. Let's see. Ah! Everyone's always just barely getting out of the way. Ah, I missed. I'm dead. Our team actually has tons of great ults for Silas to steal. Their Silas carried them so hard. Yeah, GG. Triple tonic really is super useful though. I got to keep all of my excessive chompers in that late game. Grease and I actually didn't deal that much damage overall. It's kind of funny. That was almost entirely the Silas show. This match was on razor thin margins. I wonder what happened at the Baron fight that caused them to lose up there. One thing that was annoying was that I couldn't participate in any of the fights because, and the reason why Graves didn't have that much damage either is because Graves just kept splitting, and so I was just kind of forced to defend. And so, since I was defending, it was just kind of like, okay, I hope my team can do this 4v4 without me. But they cannot do it 4v4 without me. Let's see what happened at that Baron fight. How did it go so badly? It looked like they were doing so well. Yeah, they were starting the Baron right now. And Graves is down here. They don't have teleport, so they can't get over there. So there's only 3 enemies over here to their 4, although some of them are wounded. Evelyn's pretty hurt. You ever get that feeling that Evelyn's about to get hit by a Kha'zix thing and just die instantly? Okay, Yone didn't get that. But they still... Oh no, I think this is gonna be really bad. Evelyn ult didn't get the execute threshold. I think on any of the 3. Because at this point, the game is still really even in gold, right? Like, the game is really even. We're actually up a dragon. Looks like we're in a good spot. I ult with his blind as I hit anyone again for the umpteenth time in a row. And then this Baron cautious. Not a good idea. And that suddenly throws the game back to the enemies. Meanwhile, back here. This is a wild dance that happens here. Graves goes for the tower dive. Manages to evade my chompers. I get out of range. I get hit by their things, hit by their ult. I manage to land 1 hit on them, and also my ult back. Clear the wave so that way the tower's going to focus on them. Force their way out of there with the chompers so they can't just queen the distance, and also potentially draw tower aggro. Do get the tower aggro. Move back out of the way. Try seeing if I can, like, I think if I aim that just a little bit more this way. Because they had True Grit. They had True Grit ready. They were able to, they had the dash ready. That's what I was trying to preempt with dash. So I was trying to keep them in between the tower so that way they couldn't get out of the way. If they dash, they get hit. If they stay, they take another tower hit. And then they chose the third option, which is perfectly weave the bullet to dodge out of the way. Chomper to make sure they can't like close the gap. We stalemate here. Think they might be trying to go around to try and sabotage me here. So throw a zap here just to double check if that's what they were trying to do. It is what they're trying to do. Grom gets their attention. They get a little bit of healing off of Grom. try to see if I can get another hit on them. Never managed to land it. See if I can steal the Grump at least. Don't manage to. And then a recall. So all of that was going on over here while my team was getting devastated at Baron. That's fun. Alright, y'all, it's quite late, so that's going to be it for today's stream. Got 2 guides updated. See if we can get some more. But that's all for today and tonight. It's 2 streams in one day for me, but it's only 1 per day